and here in Australia, and then I had the chance to set up my own business, and so I'm here today. But the reason that I'm here is because I was there, so I know exactly, I've been through it all, I know exactly what your pains are. I've had no budget, I've lots of budget, I've run the gamut, and I know what your pain is, and I know what your excitement is, hopefully as well. So, so today, digital strategy beyond the basics. So here we have something that you're all very familiar with. These just happen to be slides just accidentally of projects that I've worked on. But this is, here we are, where we're sitting with all these screens and all these channels, and as marketers, the question that sort of keeps coming up is, how do we manage this all the time? All of this stuff all the time, because it just seems to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger, particularly when you say, oh, are you on this channel? Are you on Pinterest? Are you on, what's the other one? Pinstagram, which mixes Pinterest and Instagram together. That's a genuine one. It's really good, actually. You should check it out. On Path, and then read the reports of South by Southwest about, I can't remember the name of it, but this great app that basically it's location-based, and it says, I know you, and you're here now, I know everything about you, because my phone is right next to yours, and so on. So all this sort of stuff, it's like, how the hell do I keep up with this all the time? And when I was started on the Nest, my background is sort of in performing arts and festivals. But when I started at the Nest, because we go, hey, we're the arts and creative industries, we did start to get a few kind of screen-based media organizations working with us. And over the last kind of couple of years, I've really kind of caught on to this idea of transmedia. Now, Victoria from the Bellelong Community Centre mentioned it earlier, this idea of transmedia, this idea of 360. Now, it's very particular, or it started rather within the screen industry. So now there's a particular discipline in the screen industry. We say, are you going to make a doco for television or for movies or so on, or are you making a transmedia project? Now, if there's nerds in the room that watched the Lost TV program, they were really one of the first people to really get this idea of transmedia, where they had a whole bunch of things going on. They had games, they had multiple websites, they had all these things happening everywhere. This idea that when I think about transmedia, it actually translates extremely well to what we need to do, what we're thinking about in terms of digital strategy. Anyway, so when looking at transmedia, I came across this article from this writer, Jenka Garfunkel, who says, with every status update and photo that we upload, and every location check-in, every like that we click, we're producing an endless stream of new entry points into our own personal narratives. Now, I keep coming back to this slide, and I just wanted to kind of pause and think about what this means. Because what she's saying is that every single one of these little content objects that we throw out there, depending on how often we're tweeting and how often we're on Facebook and so on, every single one of these objects that we throw out there is creating a linear narrative, okay? Because if I sat and read all your stuff that you're doing and read it from Monday to Friday, what I know about you as an individual or an organization radically changes because I've got this insight